Good morning. You know, if there's one thing we have been forced to face, and maybe we're learning, maybe we're picking up in this COVID-19 season that has really interrupted the whole world. And it's not over yet. And it's not about one world government, the judgment of God, or those kind of ethereal things. I want you to bring it down to just your life and think about, because we will talk about how God is sovereign, that He's caring for our lives, that He's working in and through circumstances. I don't hold to the idea that everything that happens for a reason, but I do hold to the idea that you can flourish in every season, and that a lot of times in life what we have needed is a push, a pressure to force us to change. I want us to be more intentional. I want you to be more intentional about that. I want you to think about this at whatever season of life that you're in. Have a high commitment to keep learning new skills. So right now, I'm involved. We've had to learn new skills with regard to online presence, for church, for preaching the gospel, for connecting with people. But Carrie and I are both learning new skills at a pretty high level. Some of the things that we might have picked up before, but things that are forcing us to change the way we think, the way we approach life. And I want to encourage you that your future is bright, but it isn't going to be very bright if you stick with what you've always done. Sometimes we call faith, just persevering over and over, because that's an aspect of faith. But it's also an aspect of fear if we don't make a deliberate step to say, I'm going to keep growing, I'm going to keep learning. So how do you do that? Expose yourself to new ideas. Expose yourself deliberately to thinkers, some of whom will be Christians, some may not, but thinkers who are pushing the boundaries. Creatives are often good like this, and forcing us to reinvent how we approach life, because we haven't reached the penultimate, and at the end of your life, you're not going to be there, but you will be a much better version of yourself if you'll make a high commitment to continue to learn and continue to grow. So things like deliberately being conscious of the music or the attitudes that are prevalent in people, say from 15 to 30, not to switch off, not to pander, but to find out what is making you think that way. What can I embrace from what is going on? How can I reinvent? It's uncomfortable, but there's a better me than the me I am today. And one of the biggest keys is to expose yourself to new thoughts, to new ideas, to take time to think, and to be intentional about always learning. God bless you.